Hey folks, and welcome back to the Kentucky Hot Wheels video series. This video is going to be a little bit different. Not installing anything, I'm not doing a custom or anything. I'm going to answer some questions I've gotten over the years from some of our viewers. Now that we're over 2,000 subscribers on our channel, yay, I thought it's time to answer some of the questions I've gotten over the years and maybe help you get to know me a little bit better, and hopefully you guys will comment and help me get to know you a little better. A lot of the questions have to do with the Beetle. Mabel, as we call her, is a 1968. She's really a 1967 and a half, I guess you could say. We are the fourth owners of the Beetle. She came, I think, from Houston and lived part of her life in Oklahoma, and then Bowling Green, Kentucky, and now here. She's pretty much original. She's had some paint work done over the years, but the body and everything is all original paint. She's a number matching car. Her motor is all stock. Nothing's been done to it. I mean, things have been replaced over the years, but she's 100% stock. Nothing crazy there. She's a project car. You know, we do things with her every once in a while and change things around a little bit, but she's our toy. We get her out on the weekends and drive around town. Sometimes we get out in the evenings and drive around town in the summertime. She stays inside most of the time. She's not an outside car. She's done her duty, so it's time for her to rest and enjoy the life of being taken care of. Not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, most of the videos I post of her are things, maybe upgrades to her motor, her engine, and stuff like that. She's all original inside, other than the addition of a tachometer and a shifter. But she's very clean, very original, and in very good shape. She was always taken good care of. Her floor pans are original, the rockers are original. She's very rust free. She's got some rust on her, some bubbling going on the doors, but her seep hose in the bottom of the door were clogged up with Oklahoma dirt, so once those were cleared out and the water could drain out, that pretty much stopped that. I've had a lot of people ask about the cooler. It's a J.C. Higgins cooler from the 60s. People wanted to know what these are all beer caps, beer bottle caps. No, I didn't drink all of the beer. A lot of them were donated. A lot of friends gave them to me, and some of them are mine. But it's a great cooler. This is not original. I put this on myself, the Corona Extra. This is an authentic vintage skateboard. It's got the steel wheelies on it, as you can see. Surfboard is not mine. I did live in Hawaii for a couple of years, but the surfboard is not mine. But other than that, you know, like I said, she's pretty much all original. She's a great car. Front beam's been replaced, just narrowed, and she's got drop spindles. But other than that, nothing else has been done to her. She's a great runner. She runs like a top. She's got about the 69,000 original miles on her. But she's a joy to have around, and great conversation piece. People, you know, are just kind of drawn to these old Beetles. They're just something about them people like. Once you've had one, she's actually my 9th vintage Beetle that I've had. They're just one of them things that once they get in your blood, you can't get rid of them. The only thing I've done to her, besides a few odds and ends, is she got all new rubber a few years ago. That was a chore for sure. But no, she's very solid and a lot of fun to have. I can't think of anything else people have asked about it. It's not for sale. It will never be for sale. I plan on passing it down to my grandson as he gets older. It'll probably be his first car. But Now, we love the Beetle. Everybody loves the Beetle. And like I said, we call her Mabel. People have asked about the swamp cooler. It's not a real swamp cooler. It is functional, but I actually bought the outside part and the vent part off Etsy, and then I did everything else myself. I got a couple videos posted about how to do that, but it is functional. It pushes air inside the car. Just another little project that I did. But hopefully that'll answer questions you may have about the Beetle. If you have any more, post them in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Next, I think we're gonna go to the Hot Wheels room. People ask me about the Hot Wheels room because I start a lot of videos in there. So we'll go in there next and take a look around. Again, if you have any questions, post them in the comments below. One more thing before we head inside. Of course, the name of our channel on YouTube is Kentucky Hot Wheels and More. People ask where I'm from. I'm from Kentucky, obviously. I've lived in various other places around the country. I lived in Columbia, South Carolina, San Antonio, Texas. I've lived in Boston, Massachusetts. And I lived in, like I said earlier, in Hawaii for a couple of years. But I came back here. I love this area. We're in very northeastern Kentucky. We're actually in a suburb of Ashland, Kentucky. We're right on the Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia border where the three states meet. That's where we're at. I love it here because we have 4 seasons. We have spring, summer, fall, and winter. And they're very distinct. Except this past winter, we didn't get really any snow, which is fine with me. I don't like snow. But I love this area. Great people in this area. And this is probably where we're going to stay. But let me know where you're from. I'd like to know where, some of our members, where they live. I know we have a few that are from Kentucky too, because they've let me know. But comment below and let me know where you live, what part of the country, or in a different country, and let me know what it's like where you live. Okay, we'll be in the Hot Wheels room in just a little bit. All right, so here we are in what we call the Hot Wheels room. I start a lot of videos from this room. Of course, this is my PC where I do most of my work and everything. But this is also where we house part of our die-cast collection. But it's not really a die-cast collection. It's more of a pop culture collection, I guess you could say. But we do have a lot of die-cast cars out here. These here are the customs that I've done over the years. People ask if I sell them. I don't sell them, but I've always said if we ever get to 10,000 subscribers that we would start giving them away, and that's still the plan. But mainly we collect pop culture stuff and stuff that I liked when I was a kid, stuff that appealed to me. We're into movies, King Kong, Godzilla movies, the old ones, we love those. Some TV series like Breaking Bad, House of Cards, Succession, TV shows like that we really like. But I've got a little bit of everything over here. I've got a lot of Pops, Funko Pops, but they relate, all of them I have relate to movies that I like and grew up on and stuff. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, we were into NASCAR. And since we collect Hot Wheels, of course, Hot Wheels, Mattel sponsored Kyle Petty. So we were Kyle Petty fans and Richard Petty fans. We made it to a race. We actually went to their garage and got to meet Richard Petty and everything, which was pretty cool. But we've got a lot of different NASCAR stuff over here as well. Up here we've got just a variety of different things, mainly Volkswagen stuff and some Pops. Over here, more Volkswagen stuff. This is our KISS collection, our KISS die-cast of drag cars and race cars. We got some of the heavy Hot Wheels. These are the heaviest ones ever made, these semis here. That's the truck from BJ and the Bear. This is a Hot Wheels Club truck here. Drag buses, those are a big thing too in the late 90s, early 2000s. A lot of people advertised with the drag bus. It was just a thing that becomes very popular. They were heavy too. You have to excuse it. It's a little messy down here. We're doing some rearranging and reconstruction, moving stuff around. Again, most of these, or no, all of these are Volkswagen related. We got some more NASCAR stuff back here in the corner. Everything over here is all Volkswagen. The Matchbox, Hot Wheels. We got some Johnny Lightnings over here. We got a bunch of Jeep Gladiator stuff here. We're actually trying to collect the original Sweet 16, the original first 16 Hot Wheels that were released. We have 12 of them, so we need 4 more. We got a lot of old vintage Matchbox as well. Like I said, anything King Kong, Godzilla, we love. Always have since I was a kid. Couldn't wait to watch the King Kong movies and Godzilla movies. But it's just a great place to kind of sit down and relax and escape for a while. Like I said, construction going on, so we're trying to get a lot of this covered. Hopefully get that done soon. But when we're done, this whole wall will be filled up over here. We'll have more shells up here. But we like to, like I said, this is probably about 1/8 of our total collection. But we like to get stuff out and move it around and swap it out from time to time just to display different things. We would never have enough room to display them all. We have closets full of totes, full of die-cast cars and stuff. But anyhow, this is the Hot Wheels room, and like I said, it's a place to come and chill out and relax and let the day slide off your back and watch a movie or something. I gotta do something with this stuff. This is all the stuff I use to do the customs. Gotta find a home for it, so I'm still working on that. But it's a work in progress. I hope to get done by summer anyhow. But it's coming along pretty good. It's a great place. So that's about it for the Hot Wheels room. If you have any questions or you see anything you have a question about, just let me know and I'll be sure to answer it. Okay, we'll go on to the next thing. Something else you may or may not know is we actually maintain a couple of websites. This is our main website. It's called houseofboyd.com. If you go to kentuckyhotwheels.com, it'll bring you to this website. I've maintained it for numerous years and have owned the domain names, both domain names for probably 20 years, almost 20 years now. We have another YouTube channel. It's called Boyd's House of Corgis. As you may or may not know, we're also Corgi breeders. Welsh Pembroke Corgis to be exact. We currently have 10 Corgis. 4 of them are pups that'll be sold pretty soon. They're not old enough yet. All of our Corgis are live-in Corgis. They live in the house. They don't live in kennels. They stay in the house with us. We also have 2 German Shepherds, Lucy and Harley, who are sisters, but not from the same litter. Lucy's a couple of years older than Harley. They are the protector of the Corgis. We have wildlife around here. We have bear, we have coyotes, and other wildlife, and they are the protectors of the Corgis. They should be over here, so I can show you them real quick. No, they're not. Let's see here. There they are. Hey, Lucy. This is one of the Corgis. This is AJ. There's another Corgi over there. That's Daisy. AJ stays down here with me. Again, excuse the mess. We're moving some stuff around. This is Lucy. Hi, Lucy. And Harley's right there. Hi, Harley. What are you doing? Hopefully you can see her. It's not too dark. But we absolutely love the Corgis. They're great dogs. They're very smart. They're working dogs, mainly herding dogs. They're used to herd cattle, horses, and other things. But if you're ever interested in a Corgi, you can check out our YouTube channel, Boyd's House of Corgis, or you can go to boydshouseofcorgis.com. That'll bring you to this website, and you get to see pictures of the Corgis. Like I said, we just had a litter here not too long ago, so we've got 4 here that are growing. That'll be available for purchase sometime in the near future. But we also have a rabbit outside. Her name's Hazel. I'd show you her right now, but it's too dark. Maybe I can show you tomorrow. But she stays outside for the most part during the spring and summer and fall, but she lives inside in the winter time. So tomorrow when it's daylight, we'll go visit Hazel as well. Again, if you have any questions about the dogs and what we do, feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what kind of dogs you like. And if you're a breeder, let me know what kind of dogs you breed. Okay, on to the next thing. Alright, so we've talked a bit about the Beetle, and we've been to the Hot Wheels room. There's one more thing I meant to show on the Beetle, because I get questions about this surfboard mount that I made. And honestly, I just made it out of a couple straight pieces of galvanized strips and just bent it to conform with the surfboard and mount to the Lego drag. I just made 2 copies of the same thing and mounted them, and it happens to fit perfect. Very strong. I mean, I've gone down the highway 60, 65 miles per hour, no problem whatsoever. And now we're on to the Gladiator. But if you watched the previous videos, you know that I last did the fender chop and installed the Quake LED running lights up front and everything. Installed the Wolfstorm wheel liners. And wouldn't you know, 2 weeks after I did that, my auxiliary battery light come on. If that's already happened to you, see, mine will be right at 3.5 years old, I guess. So if you've already lost your auxiliary battery, you know it's kind of a pain in the butt to replace. I'm not going to go in great detail with that. I probably will put together a video to show you how I do it. I'm not removing the main battery and the fuse panel, the fuse box, and all that stuff. I'm just going to remove the wheel liner on this side, and that gives you easy access to the box that holds the auxiliary battery. It's actually right back in there. So I've had it off once, I guess I'll take it off again and go ahead and get that done. I've already bought the battery, I just got to find time to do it. About the Jeep, like I said, we've had it for almost 3.5 years. We've done quite a bit to it, I guess. I've had different wheels on it, different tires. I can't lift the Jeep. I think I explained before why. It does have a leveling kit in the front. But I'll just tell you, show you a couple things we've done that I'm not 100% happy with. The fuel rims, I love them. I love the design. But within a month of having them on there, where I guess it's iron. I don't think they're powder coated. I think they're ionized, but they might be. I'm not sure. But if you can see, it's places where it's coming off. Not real happy about that. I've read other articles too, where people who've had the fuel rims have had a similar problem with their powder coating or their being ionized, whatever they do to them. But I'm not going to really worry about it, because I'll probably replace them again sometime soon. The Black Horse light bar, roll bar, whatever you want to call it. This is actually the 3rd one. The first one I bought was damaged in shipping. The second one they replaced it with within 4 months, rusted. I got a video on YouTube that explains that, shows you pictures. I mean, it rusted bad, and we don't live in the salt belt. As a matter of fact, that winter that it rusted, we had no salt on the roads whatsoever, but it rusted really bad all over. So after some emails back and forth with Black Horse, They did replace it with this one, but as soon as I got this one, I painted it. I painted it with Krylon textured paint, and it's held up fine, no problem. It's been almost 3 years now, no problem at all. The steps are Nerf steps. I did the same thing with those. When I bought them, as soon as I got them, I painted them. Haven't had no issue with those either. No rust issues anyhow. The front bumper is not a Mopar bumper. It's a knockoff. These are Mopar, but the bumper isn't. I did the same to it. As soon as I got it, I painted it, and have had no issues with it either. I like this bumper because it's like the Mopar bumper, but a third of the cost. You can still use the Rubicon skid plate and everything with it, no problem. I like where this bar is a little different than the Mopar. I think it sets better. Of course, we got a winch that we do actually use. I went with the Badland Apex 12,000 pound winch. No issues out of it either. And then various other things that you can go through the videos and see what we've done. One thing I used to use on the matte black and satin black parts was linseed oil, and I still use it, but I use it on the plastic parts. As you can see, it keeps them nice and shiny. This here I haven't done since September of last year. It's now May, and it's held up fine. But what I use on the painted parts is this product here. It's called SC1. I think this is silicone based, and it's awesome. I use it on anything that's painted black, textured or satin or matte. I love it. It works really well. I guess it's good on plastic too. I just never used it on plastic. But again, you can look at some of the other videos and see what we've done to it. You know, not a whole lot, but we kind of made it ours. I did the Gladiator emblem here a couple of months ago. I really do like it. Of course, we've got the Oracle tail lights. And some of y'all have asked before, you'll mention in some videos I have the stock tail lights, and others I have the Oracle. And why is that? Well, the reason is I can't make up my mind. I like them both. Sometimes I like the stock tail lights better. Sometimes I like the Oracle tail lights better. So when I get in that mood, I'll just swap them out. I do have these for sale currently, but if nobody buys them, I'll just keep running them. No big deal. But interior wise, we haven't done much of anything. Some grab handles, cameras, radar detector, Alexa Auto. I just actually kind of cleaned it the other day, so it looks pretty decent right now. I do keep, when we go out and do things, a first aid kit, Jackery. If you don't have one of these, get them. They're awesome. If you need power. But keep a little grab bag of things that you might need out on the road. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Some people have commented about the Rugged Ridge wind deflectors, I guess, the rain deflectors, we're gonna call them. These are not acrylic, they're ABS, so you can't see through them. And I like these a lot better. The plastic ones, once they start getting beat up a little bit and scratched, they look bad. And I've seen some of them almost turn purple too, so I can't stand that. But all the graphics and everything I do myself, you know, just for fun, on a vinyl cutter. But if you have any questions about the Jeep, feel free to let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I guess while we're here, you see the mess I have here. A lot of people ask about the pond. Where we installed this pond a couple of years ago and replaced the one we had here, we're actually getting ready to redo it again. That's why we had the fence up, just to keep the dogs out. But we're actually going to extend it back to here, and I'm going to have another water feature back here. That's what the rock out there are for, and these block over here. Just haven't started on it just yet. That'll probably be here the next couple weekends. We'll get started on that. But pond's held up well. We have koi and we have goldfish. and they seem to love it here. It's a great place to come and relax, sit down in the evenings, let the grandkids play and have a good time. I don't think I've ever had Hazel, our rabbit, in any of our videos. But that's Hazel. She's our rabbit, and she stays outside most of the time, except for winter. She goes inside the house with everybody else. As I may have mentioned before, we breed Corgis. We've actually right now got 10 Corgis. And as you can see, we have no kennels. Our dogs stay in the house. We actually got 4 that'll be ready for adoption here very soon. But we love our Corgis, and we got 2 German Shepherds. That's Lucy, and she's got a sister Harley that's in the house. They are the protectors of the Corgis. All right, so that's pretty much it for now. If I think of anything else to add to the video, I'll throw it in there. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, so I think we'll end this video where we began, in the garage. If you all have any more questions about anything that I've showed you, feel free to leave them in the comments below or email me directly. I'll be sure to respond. I answer all emails that I get, questions that I get. I always take time to answer, you know. We're interested in you guys. You know, we've got 2,200 subscribers now. We want to know where you're from and what you all do for hobbies, or what your interests are, and things like that. You know, if you look back at our older videos, we've had sports cars in the past, and we've had more Jeeps in the past. We've had more Beetles in the past, and things like that. That's what we're into. The Corgis, you know, we love our Corgis, so we're into that as well. But take a moment and comment below and tell us where you're from and what your interests are, and what you would like to see from our channel. We'd like to see it grow. You know, we're not getting any younger, so we'd like to get it up there in numbers before, you know, we decide to quit. But you know, again, thanks for visiting. If you have any questions, again, feel free to let me know, and I will answer them, I promise. Till next time, you guys take care, and I'll talk to you later.